one of two ranked matchups in the ACC this weekend. Comes down to a huge Sunday, even the Dogs are pumped up here at Smith Family Stadium. Stanford the equalizer in Game 2. Duke impressive on Friday night. And this place loaded up on alumni weekend. It's top 25. Stanford and Duke battle for the final time. Here's where we sit in the standings, especially with tournament play just a month away. Florida State off to that prolific start with Duke at 9-2 in a good spot, and Stanford chasing with a good win yesterday to even the series. Thanks for joining us. Our star-studded booth of Rain Wilson and Evan Budrovich. Boy, the Stanford Bats responded yesterday in a critical Game 3 coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about star-studded. The Stanford lineup yesterday was full of stars. I mean, a scrappy victory for Duke on Friday night, but Stanford came out up 10-0 at one point. Duke clawed their way back to avoid the run rule, but when you look at these two games, the one thing that's been consistent is the offense. Specifically, two offensive players come to mind. Number one being Jess Oakland for the Duke Blue Devils. The redshirt junior came from Minnesota, sat out a year, and has come on the scene and been huge. Power to all sides of the field, power up out to center field, barreled one up, and has been huge for this offense. But on the other side of things, another veteran leader in Taryn Kern and Anna Brewer. Anna Brewer in the circle has pitched incredibly well. The freshman has stepped up, used the drop ball, changed speeds, and induced really weak ground balls, which has been key for her defense to keep her in ball games. And so we talked about the offense, but how about the pitching staff for Stanford, who has stepped up yesterday, and they will need them to step up today to keep this Duke offense at bay.
Anna Brewer and this young pitching staff has kept Stanford in over the weekend, and the Cardinal offensively, 7 returning, all ACC standouts. And you see Emily Jones there competing her tail off despite an eye injury earlier this week. And Taryn Kern will get things started for the Cardinal against Cassidy Curter, 81st career start. Miss Reliable in her 4-year tenure, now trying to close out the series today. So Taryn Kern, who's taken over this series, her 60th career homer just yesterday, and the bats have come to life for the Cardinal.
Yeah, the All-American was doing All-American stuff yesterday. And you look at what she brings to this offense, its patience, its power, and it was 2 bombs in key moments for the Stanford Cardinal team in Game 2, which tied things up in this series.
Miss Reliable, Taryn Kern doing a great job developing as a senior. It's a lineup mixed in with 3 seniors up top, 3 freshmen for Coach Jess Allister. And a patient take here for Kern, who as Stanford continues to play better softball off the Notre Dame series loss. They sweep North Carolina. Kern's been an anchor to this resurgence offensively.
Yeah, she's been huge, and you look at the career she's had, she's always been a threat. But specifically this year, the numbers just jump off the page at you. I mean, 11 home runs to lead your team in home runs and also lead your team in on-base percentage and walks. The patience that she has, the speed that she has at the top of this lineup really sets the table for the rest of this offense.
And a hitter's count against Cassidy Curd, the Duke ace. Leadoff walk for the Cardinal. And for Cassidy Curd, we noted the amount of appearances and the big-time wins she's had. But this will be a test going 2 appearances against Stanford this weekend.
Yeah, it's tough to replicate success 2 times against a great offense. Upper 60s is where she mostly sits. She likes to work the top of the zone, climb the ladder. She's got some movement east to west as well, and she will mix in the off speed.
And this is where Coach Allister loves to be creative. The bunting and the small ball of Stanford have been a huge part of their success this year.
Yeah, and it's just pressure, pressure, pressure. And it doesn't always come in the production of bunts and hitting through the 5-6 hole, but what it does come is putting pressure on the pitcher to fill up the zone, which is hard to do.
The All-American puts down a bunt, tests this Duke defense, bought an error off the mitt of Amina Vega, and that never happens for the Duke stud at second base. So 2 on, nobody out.
Yeah, a great job by Duke's defense. Tyrena Jones charges early, sees the bunt on the run throw. Perfect throw right to the chest. This is purely, you take your eye off the ball for a split second, and this game does not allow you the break. And that's a play that, to your point, Evan, you will never, ever see from Amina Vega, but a great lesson for young players that it can happen to anybody.
So a walk and an error get this inning started, and more bunting from Kira Chan. I'm talking to Coach Allister this week. Last year's club was 100 home runs, big power. This year's team's still trying to figure out their offensive identity, but the small ball has been a big juice here at the end of March.
Yeah, and when you have speed up and down your lineup and you have the ability to hit the ball in gaps and produce power, when you show that bunt, it creates opportunities through the infield to hit the ball. And to your point, Evan, throughout the season, the personality, the architecture of what this offense brings is multiple tools. And so they're going to find a way on any given day to create production.
Kinkara Chambe, the flying buttress of this Stanford attack. Slaps one the other way, and a good start. Base is loaded here. Nice throw in from Thomas to preserve the run. And an ideal opening first for the Cardinal.
And see, to me, Evan, that's a play where if you don't show bunt early in that at-bat, maybe this 5-6 hole is covered by the shortstop. But instead, Kirichan stays on it, gets a pitch out over the middle of the plate, times it up perfectly. And right out of the reach of Jess Oakland, which again, if the bunt is not in play there, maybe they play a little bit deeper in the infield, and that ball is caught.
And here comes Marissa Young for an immediate conversation. We told you yesterday, Stanford bats were explosive early in the game. They got up 10 runs out of the jump. And you see already different ways to put pressure on Curd in this Duke defense.
And I think it goes back to me with Taryn Kern at the first part of this lineup. And you look at the offense and how they've hit with runners on base. Their ability to pass the bat and keep the momentum. But you got it. The only reason that number exists is by having runners on base. And so Taryn Kern, her ability to see pitches, to be patient, get right up on the plate and force Kerr to try to go in, that's what set the table for these kind of opportunities.
And facing Jade Berry, who has hits in 7 of her last 8 games. An explosive year for the junior out of Arizona. Patient take against the hard-throwing Curd. The numbers prolific, but the timely hits have been big for Stanford this year. The 10 doubles have stood out to Coach Allister. Good gap-to-gap power. And this one is fisted in the left. Nice coverage from Thomas, and a better throw to the plate. Well, there's a lot of athletes in this Duke outfield, and Thomas and Jennings make it tough out there.
Yeah, this is a huge play, and it looks easy, but that really comes from the jump off the bat. First step back and then sprint in. Brooklyn Thomas gets underneath it and does not allow Kern to tag up and score. It's a huge out for Duke.
So River Mailer delivers a base hit. Clutch knock, and going station to station. Stanford's on the board. Who says early starts can affect the West Coast squad? Bright and early here at 9 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, the senior does it again. River Mailer gets a pitch out over the outside part of the plate. Lefty on lefty matchup. Duke infield playing in, opens up that 5-6 hole. And when you have a lefty-lefty and you pick a pitch on the outside of the plate and you time it up well, good things happen. Stanford scores first.
The Cardinal wrapping up their spring break this week. The next quarter begins on Monday. And you could sense this team is ready to roll. Big sweep over North Carolina. They go to ECU Wednesday and dominate. And now trying to pull out a series as the bats have come to life early for Addison Shepard. And Shepard leads off, and right now, Rain, Kurt's working from behind a ton of these counts.
Yeah. I mean, in just the makeup of this Stanford lineup of seeing lefty, 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 that's a difficult matchup for Curd and what she brings. And credit these Stanford hitters who've had a lot of plate discipline.
The true freshman lays off, so it's a 3-0 count.
Yeah, and it looks like Kurd's trying to adjust instead of climbing the zone, work that drop ball, but not having a ton of command with that pitch so far in this one.
Rodriguez getting on the same page with these signs. Big 3-0 pitch here for Curd. And that's where Cassidy can live down the zone with some good velo.
That's right. And then one piece of this, too, is you got to attack the zone, let your defense work behind you. I think so far she's done that. You got to credit Kern for the discipline early on. But now it's key. Don't give up free passes.
Works the count full. We noted earlier, Stanford's huge success of runners on in this series, which had been a bugaboo in their conference losses at home to Notre Dame. But it responded big time. Home run bats at North Carolina this week. They stayed in town all week. You see the Cardinal playing their best ball here at the end of March. Another foul ball here from Shepard.
Yeah, and I think just overall when you zoom out, at the Stanford Cardinal program and what they've dealt with, what they've done over the last number of years, of course, having the best pitcher in the country in Nigel Kennedy transfer to Texas Tech, and then the kind of question marks of what they're going to look like, and then the offense to show up the way they did last year. And now to have 6 of your 9 top hitters back this year, and you can see, I mean, the offense is firing on all cylinders, and the pitching staff is coming along with it too.
Yeah, it's an underclass pitching staff, to your point. Last year battled injuries. This year still waiting for Anna Houston to be fully healthy. So the bats doing their part. Couple of hits and an error from Duke in this first inning. The 3-2 stays away and a 2-0 start for the Cardinal. Well, Coach Allister couldn't have drawn up a better opening inning here for Stanford in Game 3.
Yeah, and it's been classic Stanford Cardinal offense. Plate discipline, but attacking the pitches that come in the zone where they have a plan. Those lefties that got to pitch out over the middle, outer away, they attacked, they were on time. And when you do that, when you come ready to play in the first inning, good things happen. And now it doesn't get any easier for Cassidy Curd in the circle, having to face Joey Economides.
Maybe the hottest power bat for Stanford in the last week. Joey was one of the stars of the country as a freshman in a slower power start. It didn't discourage Coach Allister, but said, hey, it's going to take a moment to turn it. And that North Carolina series may have been the blip. Look at the numbers just this week alone. Hitting in a bases loaded spot. And when Economides gets going, she can be dangerous for Stanford.
Yeah, just a ton of pop, and has been huge for this offense this weekend. I mean, this is a pitch out over the middle of the plate, and then this one was the dagger. Up and in, can hit it out away, but also can turn her barrel, get it out in front, and take a 70-mile-per-hour pitch up in the zone, deep to center field. And to your point, Evan, when you look at the numbers, they don't tell the full story of what Joey Economides has meant to this offense and how good she's playing right now.
Spoils a good 1-2 pitch. And she was a freshman All-American last year, not just All-Conference. And the average is starting to pick up. It was one big swing Friday at UNC. And Coach Allister noted with us, with Joey, the mindset never changes. Success, failure. And here you go, 3 home runs in the week alone for the power-hitting righty. He lays off to even the count.
And when you've shown that home run on a pitch away from Curd, it now forces the cat and mouse game for Cassidy Curd and this Duke pitching staff to try to establish inner half, which is hard to do. Lefty on righty, that's a very, very difficult thing to do in the circle.
Economides lays off. She's in the top 5 in Stanford career history in slugging. Like, there were some all-time greats, Jess Mendoza among many. And here's Economides coming into form 2 years into her Stanford career. Testing the super senior Cassidy Curd in this bases loaded spot. And misses down again. Another 3-2 count, and it's 3-0 Stanford. Which this may speed up the plans of the Duke bullpen early in this first inning.
And look at this pitch. Tries to go drop ball away. Now remember, Economides hit a ball up and away for a home run in this series already. And so I wonder if that plays into the pitch calling there of, hey, we can't show her that 2-seamer away that climbs in the zone. We got to show her something down, but doesn't really work unless you have command of that pitch. And it shows up as a base on balls with the bases loaded and walking in a run. But what I look at is the pressure that this offense has put on these Duke pitchers to make those kinds of pitches in tough moments.
Couple of changes coming for Duke as Cassidy Curd exits in this first inning. Stanford still threatening with a 3-run lead. Two powerful offensive clubs, and it's the Stanford Cardinal forcing Cassidy Kurt out in this first inning. Back-to-back walks, the big difference. And Larissa Hosquez, the incarnate word transfer, now inherits a tough jam in this first inning.
Yeah, definitely a tough jam, but for Hosquez, the junior, she's got some experience in the circle. The numbers don't jump off the paper. The one that does, though, is the 21 free passes in 47 2/3. Here is a moment that Marissa Young, the head coach for Duke, is hoping Hosquez can go in, fill up the zone, let the defense work, and collect outs.
Pitched 2 innings yesterday. He now faces the bottom 2 in the Stanford lineup. You see the scouting report here for Hosquez, and it does complement Kurt in some decent ways, how they go 1-2.
Yeah, definitely some diversity with Kurt being obviously a high-powered lefty that works up in the zone. Hosquez a righty that can hit all 4 quadrants.
Ava Gall on the ground. That's slow enough to just get 1. And Vega gets the out, but it's 4-0 Stanford. Vega's big errors what kick-started this inning. Now Duke's an out away from keeping this at 4.
Yeah, in a series like this, it's about the small margins. This is a ground ball. Great job by Hosquez to get it out. Amina Vega goes for the force play at second. Oakland trying to catch the runner at third, sneaking off. But Stanford will definitely trade an out for another run.
So Sydney Bolifin will slide in to a spot that is always moving in the Cardinal lineup. Coach Allister loves using her flex and her DP role as much as possible. And a quick strike to Bolifin. Sydney part of a Stanford lineup that's already hit all the way through. Lots of confident hack coming off the bench. It's 0-2 to the sophomore. Hosquez gets the ground out early, now replacing Kurt up 0-2. And the quality of ABs all inning have made life tough for this Duke pitching.
Yeah, you can look at the free passes, but you got to give credit to the Stanford Cardinal offense, the plate discipline, the plan of attack, being on time. They're clearly prepared.
Bolifin gets a piece, stays alive. And since that North Carolina series, the way Stanford's swinging the bats, almost 9-10 runs a game. The one loss is just Friday, and they had a lot of opportunities of runners on in that game. You see where Coach Allister's team looks, they're grooving right now.
Absolutely, and this is the time of year you want your team to start hitting their stride.
Good change of speeds, though, from Hosquez to get out of it. And a 4 spot for Stanford, who impresses in this first inning.
The Cardinal offense came to play early in this one, tacked on 4 with no signs of stopping. Duke picks up the bats.
Welcome back to Durham, where Stanford strikes first in a big way. Only 2 hits, but taking advantage of some walks early. And the Cardinal top 25 offense has a quick lead. And this Duke club, they look to get their bats rolling after a tough day Saturday. You see those numbers down low, but with Jennings, Vega, and Oakland, this is a dangerous top 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is a game, in game 3 of the series, where we've seen a bunch of offense where you expect both of these offenses to gather all the data points and swing it really well. Now for Duke, as you can see in the bottom, 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Opposite, Stanford has capitalized in those moments. Duke has had the opportunities, but unable to capitalize yesterday. They will need to do so early and often in this one to chip away at this lead.
So Krause's first appearance of the weekend. And Elena, only a freshman, part of a staff where over half the innings are from freshmen and sophomores as Anna Houston makes her way back. Krause did get a start in the North Carolina series, so has some experience pitching here in NC.
And we talked about the first half, how Stanford did a great job with plate discipline. We'll look at the scouting report for the freshman Krause. 63 to 68, she'll work north and south with the rise ball and the drop ball. She's got all the tools, but her key is going to be commanding, filling up the zone quickly and early, and then expanding. I will also look for her to pull the string. She's got to have a pitch to keep these hitters off balance. One thing to note with her as well, that rise ball sits right around 60 miles per hour, where the drop will go faster, so that's a good change of speeds as we see Jennings trying to...
A surprise to Deanna Jennings, certainly. Who has a great eye in the strike zone. Emerus Addison working behind the plate today.
Yeah, no ABS system yet in college softball, but Deanna Jennings thought for sure this was ball 4. I can't see the plate there, but it did look like it might have caught the corner, but that one did not.
Well, 1 pitch later, she gets what she was looking for. A walk here for Duke. Now equal number of walks to strikeouts for Jennings as we hit the halfway point of the season. That's a good sign for the top of this Duke order.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want at the top of your lineup. Someone who has discipline, someone who can find the way on, especially after giving up the 4 spot in the top half. You need base runners.
Mina Vega wasting no time after another productive day, both in game 1 and in game 2. 3 hits now in the series for the Duke all-time hits leader. Those records will be fun because Team 9 at Duke, they'll just keep getting broken and broken every year. Vega's been a stalwart as a 4-year starter. And Vega flies one out to left here. So 1 away. And there's Jen out in left field. Sun has been an issue in this series the last couple of days. Good to see Jen wearing the aviators this time to make the catch.
Yeah, the elements to your point, Evan. The sun, especially in how it sits with the time of year in Durham, how it creeps over the grandstands here. It played a factor in game 1. It played a factor yesterday. It'll be interesting to see how it evolves today.
And we've circled the wagons with start time. 6 o'clock, then earlier in the afternoon, now midday. Not bothered Emily Jones, though. No glasses needed for the all-conference center fielder. Thankfully, despite the cold weather, perfect weather outside here in Durham. It'll be in the 80s come Tuesday, but we're in the 50s today. That's North Carolina in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Great day to get your grass cut. And a back pick to first, almost guns down Jennings. You see Ava Gall's strength back there.
Yeah, check out this back pick. Taryn Kern coming from behind. Deanna Jennings slides it. I wonder if her foot comes off there. I don't know if Kern holds the tag. Probably too early for a challenge, but...
Well, you get to, and to your point, the timing of them, very important, especially if you lose those challenges. Instead, it's 2-2. True freshman Elena Krause against the stud home run threat in this Duke order, Jess Oakland. And Oakland out in front of that one. Oakland in this Duke offense, a little more doubles oriented than home run driven this year. Yet Friday get the 6-run output. Yesterday they had to hit a home run just to stay alive in the game, not to get run ruled. And here they are chasing a 4 spot. And Oakland's jammed. Look at Krause calling for it, but the freshman drops it. Oh, right in the breadbasket there for Elena.
Gosh, I know this one hurts if you're Kraus in the circle. And she calls off her catcher. I like the call off. I mean, and Kraus, we've talked to Coach Allister. I mean, this is an athlete. This is someone who can hit. And so I actually do like the call off your catcher there. I know some coaches might disagree with me and thinking that pitchers should never, ever catch a ball. I think that's a dangerous rule to make. But I do think that's just one of those moments like we saw with Vega in the top half of the first, that you're like, that will never happen. Every now and then it does. But definitely an opportunity for Duke to get some redemption.
So instead, a 2-2 count to Oakland, who tries to work the count full. Elena Kraus, who last pitched Wednesday. That was Stanford's first midweek game of the year. The way the schedule's gone, a lot of weekend sets. But here they are winning 5 of 6, up 4 early. And Oakland continues to spoil pitches.
Yeah, in the open we looked at Jess Oakland's power to the opposite side of the field. Kraus likes to work up and in. He's got some natural movement with that rise ball. But just a dangerous hitter. And you can see even on pitches in, she finds a way to spoil them.
Playing at her all Big Ten level in the previous stop. Now working 3-2. Great job spoiling pitches here.
Yeah, and it's one of those conversations now, 3-2. Gosh, what do you go with? You don't want Oakland to send one out over the fence, but you got a 4-run cushion. So whatever, for me, whatever Kraus is most comfortable with here in terms of throwing strikes, let your defense work behind you.
Let's see what Kraus has. Stays down and a walk for Oakland. Well, here's where game 3 of a series gets tricky. Both lineups have drawn out some long ABs, and here's 2 on with 1 out.
Yeah, Kraus goes back inside this one. Doesn't get quite underneath of it. Credit Jess Oakland. Kraus an opportunity to finish that at bat with an easy fly ball. Unable to do so. Oakland comes back, battles for the base on balls.
So the senior KK Mathis now up. She goes first pitch hacking. And Taryn Kern easily takes care of that. Shows off the arm strength for good measure. 2 away. I give credit here to Kraus. Young freshman could unfold after dropping a pop-up. She seems to be settling in despite that play.
Absolutely. It definitely helps when you've got that 4-run cushion and you know a home run there is not going to give up the lead subconsciously, but going back, attacking the zone after a tough AB to Oakland, it's a nice shot by the freshman in the circle.
Jones pounds one in. Kraus does to Tyrena Jones. Tyrena, one of the new breakout stars for Duke this year. And a big double Friday to help signature game 1. Goes hacking here to Emily Jones. All over that in the gap. And Duke strands a couple. Ideal start for the Cardinal here in Durham. A 4-0 lead through 1 inning. 25 matchups in the league here in the ACC, and Stanford striking early, forcing a pitching change last frame. And now Larissa Jaquez looks to work through a clean inning, right back where it started. 1, 2, 3 in the Stanford lineup. And Taryn Kern continues to impress off her all ACC year, carrying the load as her senior season.
Yeah, how about Larissa Jaquez coming in that last half inning and finding a way to get out of that with not too much damage, but welcome back. Have to face Taryn Kern to start out the top of the second.
As Taryn continues to pound the softball throughout her career. More power driven last year, right? The 19 homers, that was a single season program record. But this year, doing everything right. Hovering around a 440 clip. Almost adds to it, but a nice snag at first by Stafford to take a hit away.
Yeah, that's a huge play for this Duke team, the momentum of this game, to just keep Taryn Kern off the base path. I mean, of course, every single coach in America, if they play Taryn Kern, they're trying to keep her off the base path, and it takes great defensive plays like that by the freshman Stafford to make that happen. Huge first out of the inning for Duke.
That's why the Blue Devils filled at 970 plus. Always a solid strength of a Marissa Young program. That's where the rarity of the Vega error just came out of nowhere, and it kind of prompted the whole inning.
Yeah, and that's a play, too, where head coach Marissa Young and associate head coach Taylor Work, they're not going to talk to Amina Vega about what she should have done differently. Amina Vega knows more than anyone on the field what happened there. But that's why this game is so brutal sometimes, because it's just those little moments, those little mistakes that you know, gosh, I should make that play 99 times out of 100, and that 100th time when it doesn't happen and it bites you, it hurts.
It leads to a Stanford 4 spot last inning. And then Vega makes that difficult play look easy. There's the Amina Vega we've all come to know here in Durham.
Yeah, just so solid and consistent. Watch the first step, a little hop, trying to time that up with contact, reads it off the bat. And just an easy toss to Stafford. I mean, she makes it look easy. I promise, Evan, if you or I were out there just trying to mimic that, it would look different.
We'll find the old tape of Rain Wilson.
Oh, no, don't do that.
Covering balls here at Duke. That'd be fun. Do you guys practice those 2-out celebrations, too? Is that a coordinated effort?
The little celebrations between outs?
Oh,
yes. Yeah. It's a way to stop being bored. I'm just kidding. No, we're never bored out there. But I would say that the between innings, the little moments you have with each player on the field, it's just a way to stay connected.
Yeah, each player, she has a different finger gun, different celebration going on.
Yeah, I'd liken that too in volleyball after every point when the group gets together, talks, or in basketball when there's a foul, they go to the free throw line, but before they do, they kind of huddle up. But
yeah, the hidden language of the sport as the senior shows off her glove work. And a quick 3 up, 3 down for Jaquez. Duke informed defensively here in the second. And now the Blue Devils hit when we come back. The days of my ACC ballot look pretty good, seeing some of the players playing here in Durham this summer with the Carolina Blaze, AUSL getting off and running, and between Anna Gold, who's right there, and company. That's a heck of a team that's coming together this summer.
It's going to be a lot of fun to have that program, that team here in Durham at Smith Family Stadium. Jayla Wright, who you see there, will be in the circle. It's going to be a blast to see also at DBAP, the Durham Bulls Athletic Park. What a great atmosphere to watch softball.
Cardill's going to have a lot of fun mixing and matching that lineup in an ever-emerging sport. 12 home games this summer. You can go online and figure out what Anna's going to play here next. Although she's getting some work done on that computer right now.
I think she's, watching video of the pitchers in the AUSL probably.
Well, the career home run leader at Duke. She did a great job in her tenure. And here's a strike from the freshman Elena Krause. Seeing those golden tickets being handing out this week, great social media content.
Brilliant.
I need Patrick Mahomes to give me a golden ticket.
Yes.
Whatever it takes to play at the next level. Layla Lamar getting her career rolling in year 2. That one is just foul. Of course, Gold got her ticket a couple years ago here in Duke. That was a fun moment before one of the home games. Commissioner of the AUSL showed up, handed out Anna the ticket.
Yeah, what a cool opportunity to connect the athletes with their home fans, give them an opportunity, market that this league exists. It's been really cool to see how it's all formed.
So the at-bat continues, and it's a busy weekend for this Duke program. 9 years in, celebrating Alumni Weekend. We noted, Rain, your experience here at Duke, but look at all the alums that came back. Anna was one of many who threw out a first pitch earlier today. I think for you guys, it's fun just to catch up more than anything else.
Absolutely.
This next generation puts one in play. What a strong throw, but beating it out is the speed of Lamar. That'll make the alums happy with a leadoff single.
Wow, it's just good softball all around. River Mailer almost makes an epic play out at shortstop. Layla Lamar gets a pitch up and away, but watch the transition. So quick, and Taryn Kern on the other side with a stretch, but not enough to get Lamar.
Wouldn't be surprised to see River Mailer playing in the AUSL next year as well, as this pitch is blasted out of play. A home run, but foul.
Yeah, Stanford's lineup is riddled with veteran talent that will play at some point post-college, or should, if they want to, that is. I mean, I hear Stanford's a pretty good school, so.
This is the academic bowl of the ACC. Slow roller to short. Mailer's showing off her skills. And there's the first out.
Gosh, another really nice play by the senior Mailer. Watch this. Gets a hop, kind of in between, up at the belt. But the quick release, the awareness of where that play is, that you've got time to give it up to Addison Shepard over at second, get that lead out, especially with that 4-run cushion. Great play by the Cardinal.
Yeah, Lamar has wheels, too. That's a hard player to get out, even on a force like that. 4-year starter, River Mailer. So we like to see two clubs that filled it at a high rate. That's why they're both back in the top 25. And the winner of this series now gets into the hosting conversation from a regional standpoint.
Yeah, throughout the next few weeks for both of these programs, as they move throughout the ACC, opportunities to grow their RPI, grow their strength of schedule, land some marquee wins.
Stanford has an 18th ranked RPI. They played a brutal non-conference that helped a lot. 9 top 50 wins. And then Duke some signature conference wins as well. It'll only get tougher with Virginia coming up next week. They're playing at a top 25 level. That would have smoked. Whoa, good self-defense from Krause. And almost makes the play. I hope Elena's all right, first of all. And then secondly, nice defensive effort. Okay, she's smiling, which is a good sign, but that ball was rocketed towards her face.
Yeah, way to keep playing by the freshman. Kyrie Rodriguez does not miss this one. Right back up the middle. Almost makes the catch, but keeps playing. Off her heels. We'll see where this pitch is. Missed the spot, was trying to go in, ends up going middle away.
I'm going with the mask next week
herself.
if I'm Elena Krause. I'm not risking it.
Definitely has a smile, giving her a second. She's like, Coach, I'm good. I just wish I'd caught it.
Yeah, she's the daughter
Yeah, gave her a thumbs up.
of a former softball and baseball player. Her mom, Amy, her dad, Jacob. Of course, her older sister, Reagan, was a stud at Stanford, just graduated last year. But that moment makes you wonder as a freshman. That's your welcome to college moment right there.
Absolutely. We all have them. This one, pitch right over the middle. When you miss in college, things like this can happen. But I love that she keeps playing.
It almost made the play, too, which would have been even more bonkers. Ava Gall's like, hey, you good?
I was so worried.
And now she's laughing, so everyone's okay as Duke will bring in a pitch runner in this spot. Ariel Kruger comes in.
Now running at second base, number 3, Ariel Kruger.
So here's the story for Duke yesterday. Struggling with runners on base. They have another chance here in the second inning after leaving 2 on in the first. This is Brooklyn Thomas. Thomas and this 9 spot for Duke. One part of the order that they'd love to see a little more productivity regardless of who's in it. Now it's 1-1.
That's a good miss there by Kraus, though. You want to attack in on these righties, induce a ground ball to the left side, hopefully get a force play, maybe even a double play where you tap third and throw to first. I expect they'll get even more inside.
So Kraus gets ahead 1-2. And with Prostaico and Brewer pitching well this weekend, any 2-3 quality innings from Kraus just helps bridge the gap so well.
Absolutely, and when the Cardinal offense gets out, gives you a 4-run cushion, that just relieves the pressure on Coach Allister, Coach O'Toole, to let Kraus get some depth into this game, and then you've got arms to pass it to. This is a pitch by committee staff all year long.
And a good ball down the line, but foul. So Thomas hanging in there. Just 2 hits this year for Brooklyn in 9 at-bats.
Yeah, this was a good opportunity. Trying to go away, and Kraus, this one middle, one that I think Gall was holding her breath saying that was foul. But that pitch now, the away or the attempted going away, sets up that in.
Two rocket singles this inning. And Kraus navigated a couple of walks in the first. No outs easy in this series finale. This out might be drifting into foul ground. Good catch by Kern. 2 away. Well, if your life's on the line, I'm leaning on Taryn Kern to catch a foul ball because she has been clutch in some of these moments.
Yep.
And back to the top of this Duke order in Deanna Jennings, who excelled Friday with a couple of runs. Fell to just 1 of 3 yesterday. Now trying to get on with 2 outs.
Yeah, moving her feet there. We've seen her swing away throughout her career. Came in, really was a small ball, chop slap, power slap through the infield, then stood in there, started hitting some home runs, so now has all the tools, which creates holes in the defense.
Did she go? Yep, rung up by Addison behind the plate. It's 1-1.
Yeah, here we see feet don't move, normal swing. That's tight. That's tight, but it goes in the favor of Kraus.
One of the hardest rules in sports.
That is.
The check swing. Good swing here. No check swing needed. Instead, a 3-run bomb. She left 5 on yesterday. No doubt Deanna Jennings makes an impact in Game 3.
Talk about a 5-tool player. First pitch of the at-bat, moves her feet, acts like she's going to bunt. This pitch drilled out to left field. Deanna Jennings had 5 opportunities with runners on base, was 0 for 5 in those moments. Today, you can forget about that. 1 for her last 6, and this one matters most.
And that
3-run
celebration
shot
tells it right there. A leadoff hitter ready to spark this game with Duke trailing 4-0 early. Well, if you had low-scoring pitchers duel on your bingo card, you're in for a surprise here on Sunday.
Yeah, take that off your bingo card. Game 3 in the ACC with where college softball is at, with all of these football scores all year, and the power, the strength, the analytics, all the things that play into that. And that's a huge moment, not only just in terms of the game, now 4-3, Duke only down by 1, but just the momentum for this Duke offense to have your leader, your table setter, hit a bomb like that in a key moment with 2 outs. Huge for Duke.
Sets the stage for Mina Vega. And she goes first pitch hacking. Hang on now, tie game. That wind's blistering, and we're in for a home run party here in Durham.
Evan, early on in this one, we talked about Jess Oakland in the 3rd hole. But how about these two? This is up and middle. And Vega does not even get all of it. But to your point, the jet stream out to left, wind blowing, takes advantage and ties this thing up. When you circle an athlete's name and say, we will not let her beat us. Unfortunately for Stanford, there's 2 of those. And Deanna Jennings, Amina Vega, 2 veterans, as we see Stanford with the pitching change.
So here's the true ace of the Stanford staff in Zoe Prstyko. We'll let Zoe get warm and come back here in this 4-4 game.
Left-hander, number 44, Zoe Prstyko.
To Durham, there was an incredible catch by the first baseman, Taryn Kern. We'll show you that in a moment, because this was great effort to end the inning. Stanford was so eager, Beaver, to get back from break. That last play ends the inning. So it's 4-4 as Prstyko 1 pitch, 1 out. And we'll step aside and talk about that in just a moment here in Durham. Check out this effort from the All-American Taryn Kern.
Evan, I think there's 3 guarantees: death, taxes, and Taryn Kern making softball look way too easy. Wow, over the shoulder catch. You would think, I think 99 times out of 100, that's the right fielder's ball. But Kern, again, makes it look easy.
Number 99 is all over it.
My
over there at
goodness.
first base. If it was Sports-centered, she'd lead off the inning with a homer. Instead, she'll hit 7th in the inning, and a leadoff runner reaches. There's Jade Berry taking advantage of a Duke mistake. What a bonker start to this one. 4 runs for Stanford early, 4 runs for Duke last inning, and now the Cardinal with a leadoff man on.
Yeah, just a ball that gets short hopped into the heel of the glove, and another error for this Duke defense that opens up the opportunity for Stanford to regain the lead.
And it was the error in the first inning that helped fuel the 4-run frame for Coach Allister's unit. And this is what Larissa Hawkes has been dealt. Curd exited early. Larissa, though, had retired 5 straight before that error.
Yeah, Hawkes has come in and pitched really well. Filled up the zone, mixed speeds, induced some weak ground balls there. That's a ground ball that you want if you're in the circle, and I'm sure this Duke defense wanted. Unfortunately for Duke, the error opens up the opportunity.
Major league pop-up. And the captain's all over it. And Hawk has so much experience at Incarnate Word pitching in huge games, conference tournaments. Like, that experience matters in a game 3 like this.
Absolutely. And to come in the situation she came in the first inning with backs against the wall, her team needed her to fill up the zone early. You don't have time to settle in that situation, and Hawkes has done just that.
150 strikeouts last year at UIW. A gamer and a big-time commit in the portal this year. Ryan, this is where in the offseason, hey, you're tooling your roster, you're mixing and matching, but these are the moments where a pitcher like Hawkes really earns her keep in this rotation. Facing a freshman in Addison Shepard, who watches strike 1.
Yeah, and to that point, Evan, I think we've seen throughout all of college softball over the last 5 years that we've moved, completely away from an ace. It's just too hard. Our game is too difficult in the circle to have an ace, to now pitching by committee, finding outs, using matchups. And so for Hawkes, to your point, the more data points, the more time in the saddle, the more time you're out there, the more the coaches can kind of figure out where they want to plug and play past the analytics, but who do they rely on in tough moments?
This is hit well to center. And even on a windy day like this, it'll test Deanna Jennings. 2 away. You think you have space and you have just enough, and now the dance party begins.
That's right. I'm not sure what we call that in our game. The out connection, I don't know. It's sort of ritualistic though. Because even, a travel ball all the way through college, it is so normal to have some sort of signal with your teammates in between outs, but always fun to watch and be a part of.
Keeps you dialed in on these 50-game marathons, that's for sure. We're at the halfway point, even more so on the softball side. The race to the ACC tournament, which begins May 6th. Economides slots in with 2 outs. Joey had a really good at-bat that forced Curd out of the game. Fought off a couple of 2-strike pitches, earned a walk. So the ace for Duke out, but the tertiary piece is now in, and Larissa Hawkes. This should be tested here off the mitt of Oakland. It goes into center. Berry's speed heads over to third, and a 2-out rally.
The sophomore Economides has been really good as of late, and another quality at bat. Jess Oakland makes the dive, tips off the glove. Jade Berry takes advantage. Great heads-up base running. Sees the play in front of her. Doesn't need to look at third base coach Allister. Gets the extra 60 feet. Now Stanford knocking on the door again here in the top of the 3rd.
When a tree falls in this forest, someone's hearing it, because these Cardinal can really hit. Put a lot of pressure on Duke. Coach Allister, the All-American catcher at Stanford, has done a great job here in back-to-back years. John Rittman, disciple. You go to the 40-plus wins a year ago. That was a team that could bang the ball around the yard. This year, it's been pitching-oriented. You're seeing the bats come to life the last 2 days. And Ava Gall, who's finally back from a broken thumb in the last month. She's been explosive. Takes ball 1. With Gall healthy, you see the Stanford lineup coming into form. Very patient take from the Cardinal catcher.
Yeah, you got to credit Gall here because this pitch doesn't miss by much. Looks like our home plate umpire indicated it was down, but 2 close pitches.
Well, if anyone knows the zone, it's Gall with that work behind the dish. And now 3-0 sitting dead red.
Yeah, and honestly, Evan, I think all 3 of those pitches, that last one not framed up super solidly by Rodriguez, probably a ball anyway, but all 3 of those were borderline. So credit Gall on her place discipline.
And a walk loads the bases here for Stanford.
And even the 4th pitch, we'll take a look. Arm side away. Looks to be down and away, but super close. And to your point, no one knows the zone better than Ava Gall. And this is where in these moments where you have your head coach, Marissa Young, who's obviously super involved with her pitching staff as well, Kyrie Rodriguez needs to let her coach know, hey, those were not missing by much. Because a 4-pitch walk in stat broadcast may seem like, uh-oh, she's losing command. But those 4 pitches there were very, very tight, and it very, very well could have been 4 strikes in a row.
So as Marissa Young scouts this out, any thought, Rain, of trying to load the bases there and avoid some traffic in that spot with the walk?
Potentially, but not an intentional walk to your 8 spot, I don't think. There may have been an element there where Gall hits pretty well off of a right-hander, has been seeing it well, has hit the ball well, but I don't believe you'd do that with the 8-hole, especially with how Elena Krause has been hitting as well.
So Zoe Perstyko now comes in, the Huntington Beach native.
Yeah.
She's been a stud in the circle all year, embracing more of the hitting role this season. Just had a handful of at-bats as a freshman. But now trying to change the game with her own opportunity. Has a double this year. And almost ropes a double there. Watch out, our third base Cam op down there. That's in the danger zone. The net opens up, and Chris almost took a bullet down that third baseline.
Yeah.
He's okay. We got tough cookies here on ACC Network Extra. Perstyko celebrated her birthday on Tuesday. Can she add to it here with the bases loaded? Ooh, and that pitch crossed up Kyrie. That's why it was a ball, because that looked pretty good.
Yeah, and that's a pitch as a catcher. You can't sell out outside over the plate. If you're gonna miss, and that's right down the middle. That's a strike. But as a catcher, you've got to be able to frame that pitch up, and if that means not setting up far away, to be able and be in a position where you can frame up a miss over the middle, you got to have to be able to make that adjustment with your pitchers.
Good change of speeds from Hawkes. First inning, bases loaded jam. Stanford got 3. Third inning, threatening again. And the 2-2 got her to swing. Good pitch by Hawkes, who walks in and out of trouble, keeping this game tied at 4.
How about Hawkes come in this game, pulls a string, bases loaded. Duke gets out of the jam. We are tied at 4.
Welcome back to Durham, where this ranked matchups lived up to the billing. 4-4 through 2.5 so far as Duke comes to the plate, just escaping the bases loaded jam with Rain Wilson, Evan Budrovich. Chilly Sunday, but it hasn't affected this good crowd on tap. Duke back at home, starting a 7-game homestand. And the lean on the middle of the lineup. KK Mathis begins against Zoe Prustiko, who's now the strikeout leader in the ACC. Got inherited a tough job as a freshman, some injuries in the circle, but has looked even better here in year 2.
Yeah, to your point, leading the ACC by a pretty wide margin.
And forcing weak contact. How about that? Shepard making the play. And Prustiko, to her credit, embracing this role. Talking to Coach Alistair about it. She said it's a testament to who she is. Battling a tough freshman year, looking even better in year 2. The ERA's dropped in half. The strikeouts have doubled from year to year. Nice jump in year 2.
Yeah, I mean, how about the numbers? And that just speaks to the staff. The staff that is the Stanford Cardinal coaching staff. Jessica Alistair, of course, the head coach, but Danielle O'Toole, who was All-American in her own right. Jolene Henderson, All-American at Cal. And, I mean, their ability to develop their athletes year to year to year has been really impressive as we see Tyrena Jones break through with a base knock there.
Yeah, not only the All-American catcher as your head coach, but a great staff to complement Alistair, who's guiding this young pitching staff. And O'Toole Trejo, they've had to find ways with some injuries from the pitching standpoint. I mean, you look overall with this staff, it's loaded with big-time names, great career wins, all the accolades, right? But then to teach this next generation is such a fun young staff.
It's remarkable. And, you know, I mean, you look at the numbers, they jump off the page. The knowledge they bring is remarkable. Wow.
As Layla Lamar goes deep right center, and that's how Duke jumps in front. A souvenir on the 3rd homer of the day for the Blue Devils.
Well, Evan, we talk about elite pitchers. Layla Lamar's mother, head coach Marissa Young, is also an elite pitcher, and so you get elite BP. And how about this one? Gets the barrel in the zone early, and look at the barrel extension through this pitch. Deepest part of the ballpark, Layla Lamar, the sophomore, does not miss it. Gives her team the 6-4 lead here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And no one's happier than her head coach, absolutely. And here comes Danielle with a quick conversation on the Stanford side of things.
But Evan, to your point earlier about the depth that they have, the All-Americans they have on staff, it's a benefit to the pitchers because they get to pick their brain and talk through strategy, but also for the Stanford Cardinal lineup, the offense. Because if you have 3 arms that can replicate and show you what you're going to see and be elite every single day, that's difficult to do. Not to mention, you know, the pitchers in the bullpen right now warming up for Stanford. They have to face those women every day. So it iron sharpens iron. You can see that with the Stanford Cardinal team.
2 ranked teams living up to it here in Game 3. And here's Jayla Stafford, bottom 3rd of his Duke order. 12-4-0, but the home run bats have fueled the Duke attack here lately. Oh, that's off the kneecap. That's never fun. And a hit by pitch here with 1 out.
Evan, bruises are temporary. On-base percentage is forever. Look at the freshman. That one hurt. Okay, that one just really hurt.
That is bone to softball.
That one really hurt.
Now, Emily Jones got hit in the face with the ball during practice this week. That might be the 2nd most painful injury we've seen in this park.
Yeah, that one is next level.
You see the black eye there for Emily, who's playing through a big-time accidental eye injury in practice.
Yeah, and the story behind that one was going up during BP, trying to rob a home run ball, and it ricocheted off of a steel beam and hit her in the face. And this was a couple days ago. I mean, talk about the toughness to come back, get back out in center field, and play the game normally.
Yeah, only missed Friday's game and came back the next day. That was incredible. So usually it's the funny bone on the elbow you can kind of shake off. The knee's a whole different story.
Right. And as this game progresses, that knee will start to swell up a little bit. It'll be a little bit harder to jog out there, and tomorrow it might be purple.
Number 32,
So Marissa Young checking on her first baseman, who stays in the game here, getting on with one out. Zoe Pristiko, who had not given up a ton of home runs here in conference play, but it's Layla Lamar, a suddenly surging power threat, gives Duke its lead.
What was interesting when you look at Pristiko's numbers, she actually has reverse splits, meaning that typically, you know, that lefty-lefty matchup, lefties have a harder time hitting off of a lefty, but it's actually the opposite off Pristiko. Righties have a harder time, whereas lefties have a bit more success statistically.
Another big-time pop-up staring into the sun, and there's two away. Well, you see the launch angle for Duke today. They're trying to hit the ball high, hard, and fast.
Yeah, and it's those infield weak pop-ups that are circled by associate head coach Taylor Wyke, who runs their offense, and head coach Marissa Young, because not what you want in terms of outcomes. And when you look at how they've done with 2 outs in the series, not what they want, 2 for 17. But today, they've been at their best when it's mattered most, when their backs are against the wall.
Thomas puts one in play, and a quick out here for the Cardinal. But speaking of all these coaches and family dynamics, how about Layla Lamar putting on a show for the Blue Devils? 2-run lead as we go to the 4th. And look at this offense rolling.
The Blue Devils gave up 4 in the first, but since then have showed up with the bomb squad. Duke, 6-4.
High-scoring first 3 innings here in Durham in a series where Duke was impressive in Game 1. Stanford dominant yesterday, and look at the bats in Saturday specifically. Taryn Kern and crew really fueled a comeback with a nice offensive slugfest.
Yeah, and I mean, that's going to be the key for the Stanford team as the season progresses. Can your top 5 get on base, set the table, move runners around? And to me, the name you circle is Taryn Kern. She's been so good throughout her career, specifically this year, just to see all the tools come together. It's a lot of fun to watch.
And Kern works another 2-0 count. Continues an 8-game hit streak. Has been a tough out all month of March. And as she goes, the Stanford lineup has certainly followed, and that's what Coach Allister likes. 6 returning starters, a ton of seniors, and that experience playing a factor here. As Kern gets hit, that's where the elbow guards are helpful, and a leadoff player on.
Yeah, the plate discipline's good, the power's good, but also look how close Kern stands to the plate. That one is just on the line of being in the zone, close to the zone, but to me, that's a ball anyway. That's a close call that you maybe will get every now and then as a defense, but if I'm Kyrie Rodriguez, I'm fighting for it at least. But Kern finds her way on again.
Here's a bunt. That hits her in the box, so it's a foul ball, not outside the box. Otherwise, she's out. There's such an art to this if you're Emily Jones of how to place it, where the ball makes contact. So Emily will come back in.
We'll take a look. Moving the feet throw, hits the bat, like you said, Evan, in the box.
But if her foot's out of the box when it hits the bat, then it gets real complicated. But
yeah, if it hits her while she's out of the box, it's an out.
An emphasis in the last 3 years with slap hitters, especially on those bunt plays. Emily Jones made a SportsCenter top 10 catch last Sunday. She's battling through an eye injury here this weekend. And lays down a beautiful bunt. Confusion and everyone's safe. And then no one was at third. And finally Brooklyn Thomas comes in on a nice bunt single.
Yeah, this is a play as a coaching staff that I think that gets the cortisol levels up a little bit, because you know that Jones's goal is to bunt here. And so the writing is on the wall, and it's a great bunt. Right dead in the middle of the field. It sounds like, it looks like Kyrie Rodriguez maybe had called for it, by Tarina Jones was crashing hard, but nonetheless a perfect bunt by Jones, the senior. And now the Cardinal have something cooking again.
Kara Chan's turn. And the way Jones handles that bat, it's like Jedi mind trick type stuff to deaden the ball and just lay it perfectly in front of the plate. That's why the Stanford team, a great bunting unit, top 25 in the country in sac flies, sac bunts, complementing more power today. And Chan hits one fair, another base hit. This will load the bags, and the Cardinal have had bases loaded in 3 of these first 4 innings.
Just another great AB by Chan. Knows what she's trying to do, gets a pitch deep in the zone, 5-6 hole, barrels it up. Loads the bases again, and it looks like Duke will make a change.
So third pitcher for Duke now, and we'll stay with you, as Mallory Wheeler, who was clutch earlier in the series, pitched 4 innings yesterday. And for Hawkins, it was unique because some really good innings, but especially in this inning, I think that second time through, Stanford made some adjustments.
Yeah, absolutely. Credit Stanford, but I think the numbers are great. I think Hawkins did a wonderful job coming into this game and quieting the Stanford Cardinal offense. 3 hits, kind of spread out, no earned runs, and she'll pass the ball to Mallory Wheeler, the sophomore, who's seen a lot of time against this Cardinal offense throughout this series. The number's inflated in terms of ERA more than she would like, but the biggest number I circle is the 20 free passes. Not a ton when you look at the total usage of 53 1/3 innings pitched, but that's a number that this Duke team needs to circle and say, we're going to fill it up, the zone. And for Mallory Wheeler, she likes to keep the ball low in the zone, has a really nice drop ball. She's more spin focused, not going to blow it by you. 63 to 73 miles per hour, which is not something to scoff at. But what she'll need to do today is mix sides, fill up the zone early, then expand. When you get behind against this Cardinal offense, they take advantage, they pick pitches, and they do well. And you look at how she's done against this Stanford team. There's a pretty good sample size there. 6 1/3 innings pitch, had given up 6 runs, 3 walks, 2 punch outs. So she's not someone who's going to strike out a ton of batters, but they're looking for her to roll some ground balls here, collect outs, and retain the lead.
And Wheeler, who earned the save Friday, and then had some trouble with a couple of big innings, not all on her eyes either. There was some fielding mishaps behind her. Stanford got out to that 4-0 lead. Here they're threatening in the 4th with the bases loaded. Jade Berry with a patient take. These are spots Wheeler has done well. Late game situations, runners on, saving games. Has a couple of saves in league play. But it's a whole nother ask against a loaded Stanford lineup with Berry. And Jade just waiting her turn. Now the 2-0 pitch. Nowhere to put Berry in this 4th inning. Ava Bradshaw, the lone Duke pitcher yet to throw in this one. It's been a hard 4 innings, and a walk will make it even more challenging in a 1-run game. You see this Stanford crowd, they've come from all across the country. The Bats came to life yesterday, and now the Cardinal are back within one, largely due to Duke walks. As Mailer smokes one foul. Keeping Coach Jolene Henderson busy down there. The vibes are just right. Music's been good today. Softball's been good. Ranked matchup to close out the series here in Durham. And these Stanford hitters continue to take good pitches.
Yeah, a ton of plate discipline. These lefties especially get real close to the plate. They have a pitch they're going to attack, and they will force you to come at them.
As Florida State remains unbeaten in the league, who's that next tier? These are two of the better clubs getting after it. And Mailer smokes one into the glove for one. But the play at the play would have to be a tag. So Stanford ties it on the RBI.
Yeah, that's a pre-pitch communication thing where you have to know where you're going to go. I think Stafford had time to throw this ball to home and at least give herself a chance there for the double play. Elects to hold on to it, and to me, that's timid softball. That's not playing all out and not being afraid to make mistakes. A great play by Stafford to get a hold of that and get it out somewhere, but when you're trying to protect the lead, that's a play that you'd almost rather go home first. Get the force there. Don't give up the run.
And just one out in the inning.
Yeah.
A little different conversation if there's more outs to work with. But here's Stanford continuing to threaten. Addison Shepard has been a breakout freshman, two-time freshman of the week in the league. Takes a big hack there on 2-0. I even see Coach Allister saying, hey, stay in yourself. Don't overswing. Don't make too much of this. Loves this freshman class. And it's been underclass heavy the last 2 years offensively. So the 2-1 is just foul. Three of these first 4 innings, Stanford has loaded the bases, and now Rodriguez has a quick chat, getting on the same page with Wheeler.
Yeah, in this moment here, I imagine it's just getting on the same page with what they feel most comfortable with in terms of command. It's, hey, Mallory, just came in game. What feels best? What was working in the bullpen? What do we want to go with here? You've attacked in, tried to get the ground ball to the left side to hold the runners at third and prevent a score. But where can we attack now?
So following the meeting, a slow roller back to the pitcher. And Wheeler holds off the runner at third long enough. 2 away. Well, Kira Chan made that interesting, but Wheeler did a good job holding her.
Yeah, check this play out. Wheeler gets it immediately and breaks. And that's a play where you have time, I think there, you have a chance to get Chan at third base. But again, checking, playing for outs, a little bit on your heels softball.
And Economides delivers. She's been economical all weekend and brings in 2. Joey red hot looking for third and hits the brakes as Stanford leads it in the 4th. Well, you mentioned it, Rain. Opportunities for Stanford to keep the inning alive, and they cash in.
And keep the inning alive with runners in scoring position. Economides has been so good. To have her in the 7th hole is remarkable for this offense. And Allister, 2 outs, sending the runner. But look at the throw by Brooklyn Thomas, and look how close the pitcher Mallory Wheeler is in backing this play up. If you're a pitcher watching this game, you need to be deep. You need to be able to block that ball up, prevent the extra 60 feet. And it's little things like that as we have foul ball off the leg there.
Even with the shin guard, that is not looking good. I've had bumps and bruises all weekend for these programs.
Oh, right on the foot. Yeah, that one hurts. I know that the Evo Shield has a little foot piece, but it's a pain to kind of put on and off, I'll be honest. So,
and with a catcher who's got run and get her catching gear on in between innings.
Yes.
She'll just shake it off and get back to work. I told you Ava broke her thumb earlier this year. Now has a bruised foot. It's a joyous Stanford program right now, wrapping up their spring break, the quarter system. So the semester just ended last week. Next quarter begins on Monday, and they're enjoying every moment with no classes so far. One of those games where 8 runs may not be enough, the way these teams are swinging it. Because this ball's blasted in the gap. Jennings has space, and Deanna tracks that one down. A play this crowd in Durham is very used to, but a hard hit third out. We'll step aside as Stanford puts up 4 to regain the lead. You see the energy of Game 3 in this series. Stanford and Duke don't face off every year, but they're making the most of it on the weekend. The dance party begins. Look at all the sellies going on, and right now it's 8-6 in Game 3 as this weekend's had a bit of everything so far.
Yeah, and every now and then you just need a hug. This game is hard on you. And these two teams, especially this weekend, there's been high highs, low lows, back and forth, momentum swings.
And that was a mom and daughter hug after a homer,
right.
too. There's a little bit of energy in that one. Good to see these coaching staffs embracing what is a difficult series, but also a fun little marathon here. Two teams both battling for that top 4 spot in the ACC. Florida State still unblemished, but there's a lot of foot traffic with the likes of Virginia and Virginia Tech all bundled into this mess. Now it's back to the top of the Duke order as Deanna Jennings pops one into the crowd. Nice catch! Oh, wow. There you go.
Wow.
Barehanded, and he wrapped it in. Yeah, you better dip for the crowd. Way to go.
Wow. Da-na-na, da-na-na. One hand. Wow.
That's how you get the job done. If that was banana ball, she'd be out. We'll keep playing, though. It's 1-1.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's Deanna Jennings' father.
Oh, then that's
So
definitely
that's
out.
just,
Oh, absolutely.
That's just ridiculous.
Daughter to dad, just like he drew it up. Fun stuff here in Durham. Jennings homered her last time up. And now works a hitter's count. And Rain, the way Jennings is swinging the bat right well, how does Stanford slow this down?
I think you just got to trust your defense. You got to mix pitches. You got to communicate often. You can see her, Prostaico, shaking that pitch off, whatever it was.
Because she's got the power slap, clearly the home run power.
Yeah.
And her foot speed puts a lot of pressure on those corner infielders.
Yeah, and it's just, I'm having a little, minor, of course, PTSD from third base and a slapper who can move their feet, drop a butt in front of you, which you're afraid, not being fast enough to get to, will swing away and drill a bullet right past your eyebrows. So showing off all the skills is Deanna Jennings.
But takes strike three. Good response from Prostaico, 1 away.
Now this is how you slow her down. You make pitches like this. Goodness gracious, lefty on lefty matchup. Looks like it's a curveball, backdoor curveball that just comes back in. Gets the black of the plate. Deanna Jennings frozen. And Prostaico with the biggest strikeout of the game so far to get the first out of this 4th inning.
And a pitching change coming up for Stanford. So Anna Brewer will enter for the 3rd straight day. We told you this is a game where everybody on the roster who can pitch is probably getting an inning or two. And now Brewer will enter here in the 4th. Anna's been impressive in this series. Not big innings necessarily, but some big time outs.
Absolutely, and I think I like the change a ton, especially with Amina Vega coming up and these home run hitters not too far behind her, because the freshman Brewer likes that work, a heavy drop down in the zone. And we look at what she's done throughout this series, 5 2/3 total. The first outing was a little rough on Friday, but yesterday, this young woman was huge for this team and stunting this Duke offense. As you look at the 2nd inning early in this one, it was 2 long balls, 2 bombs. And you look at the game and how both of these offenses has scored, and Duke has done it with that home run ball. And when you bring in a drop ball pitcher like Brewer, you hope to prevent hits like this from the All-American Amina Vega. And with a 2-run lead late in this game, you are trying to find outs, and Coach Allister bringing in Brewer to hopefully do that against the All-American Vega.
Brewer yesterday was able to get the game started in the middle innings, and it was interesting. Her 5 innings were maybe her best start in league play after going a little up and down Friday. Part of this young staff against the powerful Mina Vega. And now another conversation. Keep in mind, Anna Brewer in a game last Sunday played 4 different positions and re-entered twice as a pitcher. And some more defensive changes coming over here for the Cardinal.
And once again, fans, up to bat for your Blue Devils, 17, Amina Vega.
The big challenge, though, is slowing down Amina Vega, who also homered her last time up. One of the all-time greats to don that Duke uniform and adding another piece to her legacy. Brewer's 5 innings yesterday was so complimentary to what Stanford's bats did early in that game. Now she tries to close out this game, but dots one inside to Vega. 44th career home run for Amina, who gets ever closer to the Anna Gold record. Worth noting, Taryn Kern is now in right field, and Economides is coming to play first. Well, a couple of changes here for Stanford. Good strike there. It's 3-1. Kern, the super utility, who basically made a catch in right field earlier today, so that's no surprise. Vega will test the new left fielder. That's Kara Chan over there making the play. If you move a spot, the ball will find you in this sport.
That is absolutely right. And that's a great job by Brewer to come back in that 3-0 count, that fourth pitch. I think if you're the Duke team, you think that's ball 4, but then to come right back and execute a pitch in the middle, or excuse me, on the inner half of the zone, get the fly out to get 2 outs in the 4th. Huge job by Brewer, the freshman.
And Brewer works ahead early here to Jess Oakland. Fisted to center. Nice effort there at second from Shepard. The freshman tracks it down. And a clean inning for both Prostyko and Brewer. A rare 0 here in this one. We'll go to the 5th in a hitter's battle here in Durham. Well, a 4 spot in the 4th is the big difference here for Stanford today.
Yeah, and they did it with all the tools. Taryn Kern finds a way on with it by pitch. Emily Jones puts down a perfect bunt. Kira Chan does what she's done all year. And then Joey Economides, who has been stellar and hot for this team, comes up clutch with a single through the left side. A 4 spot. Stanford regains the lead. And the momentum has swung back and forth, but it really feels like it is in the Cardinal dugout right now.
A lot of offense in this one. Big home runs from Duke early. Stanford situational. And now the Cardinal lead on Zoe Prostyko, who will sub back in offensively to hit for her 2nd time. It's been a good bat in 15 appearances, not just a stud pitcher for the Cardinal. Now that Wheeler, though, is giving away some pitches. It's 3-0. You had 2 good offensive clubs, a hitter-friendly strike zone, and an 8-6 game. There's strike 1.
Yeah, and if I'm Mallory Wheeler, I'm standing right here. This is a 3-0 pitch. To me, looks way in, but gets the call and stay there and try to jam up Prostyko.
Oh, Prostyko's got some power, too, and that's off the top of the fence. Jennings' throw is off. A rare mishap, and then no one's backing up. So that play had everything, and it's a double, her 2nd of the season.
Pitchers who rake, Evan. Look at this. Tries to go back in, but this one too much over the white. And the power of Prostyko, this one was about a foot away from heading out of this ballpark. Deanna Jennings gets it in quickly. They had a chance at second, but airmails this throw. No one backing up. Again, Wheeler not in a great position to own that, while Tyrena Jones holding 3rd.
As if Taryn Kern needed any more reinforcements. Leadoff double from her stud pitcher. And Kern's already been on and scored a couple of runs this crazy Saturday for offense. Sunday, whatever day it is, offensive day. with Easter Sunday games Thursday, Friday, Saturday coming up this week. It all blends together this time of year.
It looks like they're going to intentionally walk Kern here, which you can understand from the perspective of she hit 2 home runs yesterday, both of which Oppo, wins blowing out Oppo, but I don't know. I mean, it's nobody out first and second. Now I think Emily Jones likely going to put a ball on the ground, move both of these runners over.
Yeah, look how close Tyrena Jones is standing. She's in the hip pocket of the great bunt specialist, Emily Jones.
And God bless her, because if Emily Jones barrels one, dangerous situation, but I do think Emily Jones will try to pull a bunt over to the right side here and move these runners over.
Okay, Rain, you were a 4-year starter on that left side. How do you go through this situation defensively?
You just eat it. You wear a mouth guard, you get up close, and you do your best to gain ground, read the hands quickly.
And this will force a conversation as Duke evaluates this situation.
Yeah, and it's an interesting play. I like how Emily Jones is going to stand in, at least for the first pitch, get you thinking as a defense, oh, maybe she's swinging away. But as a third baseman here, all you're trying to do, read the hands, trust your hands, and then if the ball gets to you quickly, know where the speed is on the base path. Presteico not slow at all, but if the ball gets to you quickly and you have a chance to get the force at third base, go for it. Don't play timid softball. Find outs where you can, but Jones, I mean, if she puts a good bunt down anyway, has a threat to get on base. But if I'm Jones here, I'm definitely going to put the bunt down, read the defense, and try to pull it to the right side.
So Wheeler in a test here, 2 on, nobody out. And Jones free swinging. We showed you a moment ago, Curb was getting ready in the bullpen, so now Mercy Young has some options if needed.
And I love the strategy by Jones and Stanford to swing away. You're up 2, infield's in, create some holes.
And that's where Jones is special, her discipline in these bunting situations.
Well, and her ability to show both. It just, to be in between positioning as a third baseman is really difficult. To respect the power and her ability to swing away, but also be ready for the hands and the butt in front of you.
Well, now nowhere to work with Jones, 3-1. She's already put down a couple of perfect bunts and then reached twice on those bunting opportunities.
And for Wheeler, who has all 4 quadrants in terms of her repertoire, what pitches she has, tries to go up in the zone there to create the pop-up, but needs strikes here.
Works it full.
And now with 2 strikes as a defender, you can back up a little bit. You have to respect the soft slap potential, but the feeling since Emily Jones has swung away for half of this at bat, she'll stick to that with 2 strikes here.
So the 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. One of the rare border pitches has been a punch out in this one, but Duke will take it. 1 away.
It's a huge out for Duke. Goes back away. I think Jones thought they were going to try to come inside again, get her to roll something over, freezes her, and you could see the shoot. Guessed incorrectly, froze the senior, gets the first out of the inning.
Only the 6th strikeout a year for Emily Jones. That's a hard batter to get out in these kind of spots. And it does not get much easier with Kira Chan. 2 more hits for Kira today.
And Chan has had 2 singles through the 5-6 hole. I'm surprised they haven't shifted Oakland a little bit further over that direction, but they also have at their hands and fingertips dozens of stats and analytics about where Chan goes, but
Chan goes the other way, and good positioning from the Duke defense. 2 outs. That's where the analytics play a factor, robbing a base hit there.
A really nice job there by Mallory Wheeler just to execute pitches. Backs against the wall, maybe you disagree with a couple calls behind the plate, but then to go back, fill up the zone, and give your team an opportunity, a chance to get out of this with no damage. A nice job by Mallory Wheeler.
First pitch hacking, and Jennings twisting and twirling to make the catch in center. One of the better defenders in the ACC. Rob's 2 hits right there, keeping this a 2-run game. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. High-scoring game 3 as we wrap up the weekend set. Duke's been living on the home run ball. 3 bombs, but Stanford good situational hitting to take the lead in this high-scoring finale. Keeping this fan base entertained with temperatures in the low to mid 50s, which is okay. A little sweater weather, and everyone's enjoying this slugfest as KK Mathis slots back in. Anna Brewer, who threw a clean and efficient inning. Really, to Stanford's credit, not a ton of high pitch count innings. They've been efficient. Duke's just hit the ball out of the yard, and Duke, meanwhile, already over 100 pitches as a staff through these 5 innings. That hit the bat of Mathis, so foul ball.
Yeah, going drop ball up and in and takes it, but those hurt as a hitter, knowing I didn't even pull the trigger on that one.
Not the barrel finder you want. You want one of those in the gap. How about this barrel finder? Deep center field, and Duke's back on the board. No excuse me swing on that one. Tank to center for Mathis.
Yeah, this is a right-hander that's on time to the drop ball. Middle, center cut, right out of the jugs machine. A mistake over the middle for Anna Brewer, but credit KK Mathis, who is on time, gets the barrel deep in the zone, and the path does what it does.
Home runs in back-to-back conference series. Georgia Tech, and now here against Stanford. As Jones punches one foul.
Yeah, and I think for Anna Brewer, I think that's when you easily circle and say, yep, I missed over the middle. When you miss over the middle against good hitters, things like that happen. But if she can continue to establish the inner part of the strike zone, good things happen. But look at how Duke has scored today. All the long ball. And I think that's why you bring Brewer in, because she throws that drop ball, that heavy drop down. But a little bit elevated so far. Her misses, even though they're dropping, they're still up in the zone. And so for Duke, especially these righties, you got to get the barrel out. You got to be on time. You cannot be late. Because if you're late on a drop ball pitcher, it's either a weak ground ball or a weak fly out to the right side.
Then you factor in the blistering wind today, too. There's been no easy outs. Brewer forces contact. Nice play against the padding. 1 away.
And last time Layla Lamar was up, she did not miss off Pristiko. Over the middle of the plate, gets the barrel deeper in the zone and lets the path work through it. Drilled it out to right center field, and at that point in the game, I gave her team the lead. Huge AB, and they will need her here in the bottom of the 5th, down by 1.
That pitch is nasty, but inside for ball 1. Some late movement to it from Brewer, whose 5 innings set the tone yesterday. Pristiko continues to warm for Stanford. It's going to be an all hands on deck next 3 innings. Another deep drive. Lamar goes back to back. A 2-home run day ties it in this slugfest here in the 5th.
What a ball game. Drop ball inner half, and Layla Lamar was on time. Look at the barrel work down to up, and drills this one out to right center field. A line drive just makes it over the fence, and Layla Lamar, 2nd bomb of the day. This one to tie things here in the bottom of the 5th, 8-8. Oh my gosh.
One of those days where you close your eyes as a pitcher and you hope you get somebody out. There's nothing easy about these lineups. Doing it in different ways, though. Duke via the home run and Stanford via the situational hitting.
And Evan, I don't know if I've ever defended pitchers in my entire life. I've always been a hitter's person, but man, I do kind of feel bad for them these days.
So with 5 home runs, it's the most homers the Duke has hit in the game this year, right? And they're a prolific power team. A lot of doubles, a lot of slugging. But this is a whole nother level as we hit the midpoint of conference play. Now, it has largely come from the top 6 in this Duke order. Let's see how the bottom third does now with Jayla Stafford. She takes strike 2. Yeah, Coach Allister just earned her 600th career win between Minnesota, Stanford, and a handful of other stops. This game's going to keep both coaches up at night. Grounder to third. Uh-oh, confusion. And Mailer got in Barry's way.
Some defensive miscues on both sides of the ball today, but this is a conversation you got to have mid-play. Mailer trying to go make that play, but Jade Berry definitely in the best position, coming with her momentum towards first base. That's a pre-pitch communication thing too, looking and seeing where your defenders are near you, knowing that a ground ball up the 5-6 hole, that Jade Berry is back close to the baseline, likely going to be in the best position to make that play.
And while it's not an error, it's a list of plays that both clubs would love back, especially with the margins this tight in a ranked matchup. Hard hit and just foul. So Rodriguez makes her way back.
Yeah, and I mean, the more opportunities, the more free outs that you give an offense, especially at this point in the series, as we see the drop ball inner half, that looked pretty close there, but makes its way foul. The more data points you get to get on time against pitchers, advantage goes more towards the offense.
Good drop ball from Brewer, and there's 2 away.
Nasty drop here. Looks like she's trying to work off the edge, but it kind of creeps its way back towards the middle. Freezes up Rodriguez, who maybe thought she was going to get a chase pitch there. 2 outs. And a punch out for Brewer.
Brewer, who's been really good in spots in league plays, had to throw some heavy innings this weekend. Missing here to Brooklyn Thomas. Closed out the Carolina series. That game was 15-12, so a very similar spot.
Yeah.
And you look at yesterday, maybe her best outing in an ACC game. The hard part, as we've talked about, is now all these hitters have seen every pitcher multiple times, and trying to get outs here is tricky.
Super difficult. And when you've got the analytics, you've got the machines in the back that can replicate every pitch that a pitcher throws, and then you've got real-life data points, which is very difficult to have success over and over again and repeated success. But I credit Anna Brewer. I mean, you talk about the 15-12 UNC game. That game kind of feels like this one, in which it doesn't really matter who has the larger lead or what the lead is. It feels like it can go in anyone's court at any given moment.
With Thomas fighting off pitches. She's the lone Duke player yet to reach, but up and down this order, a lot of options for Marissa Young. Inside corner, and back-to-back punch-outs for the freshman, who's fired up as Duke gets 2 homers to tie this game.
Down 2 coming into the inning. KK Clutch Mathis with the first solo shot to cut the lead to 1. And then Layla Lamar, second bomb of the day. We are tied up 8-8. We head to the 6th.
A wonky scorecard here in game 3. It's Duke's 5 home run output. Stanford, a couple of big innings. Now we slot into the 6th in a winner-take-all for the weekend, as River Mailer and this veteran Stanford lineup come back around against Mallory Wheeler. First pitch hacking. The game's tied at no more. An absolute slugfest has taken over Durham.
River Mailer said, hey, if you guys can hit home runs, so can we. Pitch on the inner half. They have been giving a steady dose of inside pitches to River Mailer. Goes up, first pitch of the AB, knows what's coming, is on time, and drills it. 9-8 in favor of the Cardinal, and you said it, Evan, an absolute slugfest as we see Cassidy Curd, who started this game, coming back here at the top of the 6th.
And remember, River Mailer was an 11 home run, 50 RBI kind of slugger last year. This year had not hit a home run until that moment. And maybe the celebration telling you part of the story there.
Absolutely. And that's a dangerous thing if you're Duke, to see River Mailer do that. And for Stanford, that is exactly what you want to see. Sometimes it just takes one home run to have it all kind of click back. And River Mailer there, perfectly executed play. Pitch on the inner half and just drilled. I mean, look how deep this lands up on the berm out in right field.
There's going to be a lot of young fans with souvenirs in this one.
Yeah.
6 combined homers, and Curd, who couldn't get out of the first inning, will now re-enter and try to solidify some things for Duke here in the 6th.
Yeah, a rough start early in this one, but the one figure there I circle is the 3 free passes. If she can limit the free passes, fill up the zone, let the defense work, you give yourself the best opportunity. And it was a quick trigger for Marissa to pull Cassidy Curd, but I liked it because I think the thought was, hey, she'll likely come back in this game, which we've seen from both sides of the ball this weekend, is you're trying to piece together and find out. As we look at the workload over Cassidy Curd's career, 100+ innings in 2023, 100+ innings in 2024, the most innings of her career in 2025, and then this year on track to be the bulk of the innings. And I think if you look at the ERA and how it's inflated over time, there's, I think, a couple reasons for it. I think, first of all, every single offense in the country that faces this young woman will circle her, will prepare for her, will get the machine set up to mimic her, but also the workload. The workload has steadily increased over time. And I think, lastly, I would say the diversity in the pitching staff. Early on in her career, she also had Jayla Wright, who is a hard drop ball thrower down. And so when you have that mix and that diversity, it leads to better matchups. Whereas now, Cassidy Curd and the rest of the staff, there's not as much diversity, which I think you see the higher numbers as a result.
They had Danny Drugmuller and others the last couple of years to complement as well. And now it's largely on Curd, who comes back in here in the 6th in a game where outs are hard to come by. Curd did not throw yesterday, so got a full day's rest entering game 3. And Addie Shepard pops one up. Here's Rodriguez. Oh, makes the catch. Wasn't easy, but finishes it out.
Gosh, it's plays like this so far this weekend that have felt like most likely the ball's gonna hit the ground, but Kyrie Rodriguez staying with it there. I love to see Tyrena Jones crash and try to make that play. It's just an easier play as a third baseman. Don't know if she would have had time, but a great job by Rodriguez behind the plate to get that out. And another note on Curd, and just generally speaking, when you look at stats as a fan of this game, there's a lot of factors that we're not even privy to in terms of the workload.
This slow chopper's not easy. Long throw, Oakland, and the tag's not there, so Economides is on. They would have had her if it hung on to the glove of Stafford, but instead, run around with 1 out.
Gosh, look at this play by Oakland. Ground ball, left side, Economides digging for first. In the hole, Jeter-esque. Gets the long hop, gets rid of it quickly. And Jayla Stafford does everything right except holding onto the softball at the tag. Comes off the bag, knows that's the only play she has to make. and drops it. Been a lot of plays like that. We're just close to making the phenomenal play, but hand-eye fails you at the end.
So Coach Allister's going to her bench for a special pitch runner. And let's see if Stanford can capitalize with this runner in scoring position. Gall goes first pitch hacking. This is in play, but not enough for Duke to field it.
Now running at first base for Stanford, number 15,
Mylea Perez, the sophomores come in to run. Gall's 0 for 2, but smoked one to the wall her last time up. This is a tough ask, too, for Kurt, who struggled with the walks and some errors in that first inning. Was forced out, giving up a 4 spot.
Yeah, and this is one, too, where I know Rodriguez is set up away, but that's a strike. I mean, that's a pitch you got to frame up, and when you don't frame it up and you're worried about the runner, you don't give your pitcher a chance.
Oakland able to help out with some nice defense and almost a double play. That would have been a good one to turn there. So 2 outs and a man on for Stanford.
Jess Oakland, so good in the shortstop role for this team. Right off the right foot to Amina Vega. Not in time to get the double play, but really good softball. Any young players out there, that's exactly how you want to play shortstop.
Duke second behind Cal for the most double plays turned in this league. They got a good middle infield tandem. Versteiko with a nice double her last time up. Second career extra base hit. And still arms warming in the Duke pen. I think both clubs could be a few arms away from finishing this one out. And now it's 1 and 2 on Zoe. Evens the count. A game where Duke's blasted 5 home runs. Stanford gets its first homer to take the lead. And with River Mailer starting to get going, this Cardinal lineup gets even more dangerous. And then Versteiko pops one up. Not deep enough, though. Feels like it on a day like this. And that ends the inning as Mailer gets her back going.
Heading into the 6th, it was tied up at 8, and River Mailer said not for long. Drop ball, inner half, 2:30. Stanford takes the lead. What a game so far. For the Cardinal, 3 runs scored off walks alone, the free pass. We've seen some long ball by River Mailer, and then Joey Economides has been solid all day long. And then for the Blue Devils, 5 home runs on 9 hits. Layla Lamar, the daughter of head coach Marissa Young, and then their leadoff batter, who you see now, Deanna Jennings, adding to the home run party. These 2 offenses has scored in such different ways here today, and you know, we expected some offense, and we've gotten a lot of it.
As Anna Brewer attacks the zone here early. Coach Allister's noted Brewer's been excellent in these 2-3 inning spots. Now works with a lead for the first time in a while here for Stanford. Nice defense. That ball a wicked hop. And look at the new first baseman adjusting. Taryn Kern, of course, is back over there to make the play.
How about Taryn Kern? Played right, came back to first. Look at this play. Ground ball by Jennings. High hop, makes the play. Let's see if we can super pump, tries to throw it around and completely airmails it to her shortstop River Mailer. Let's see if we can see this, but.
The adrenaline.
Just
Oopsie. Hey, it's okay, Taryn. You're doing a lot of things well today. Love that from the senior first baseman. Utility star. Now Mina Vega, part of this dynamic 1-2. Will beat that one through. Gets past Shepard for the 10th Duke hit of the day. And really, it's been the 5 homers and the 5 singles. That's been the offense for Duke in this one.
Yeah, it's been really, what an interesting game. I mean, so many arms in the circle, so many ways of scoring, and for Duke right now, late in their innings, you're going to need this part, the heart of your order, to step up to give yourself the best chance.
That stays down to Jessica Oakland, whose home run Friday was a big part of Duke's opening win. You don't want your offense to always live by the long ball, but it's felt that way today for Duke, especially. And a pop-up. So 2 quick outs for Brewer here in the 6th.
Yeah, it's a huge out. Jess Oakland has been so clutch, has a ton of pop. To give herself that second out, especially with KK Mathis, who took Brewer deep her last time up. It's a big out for the freshman Brewer in this Cardinal team.
KK Mathis's turn. Hit her 5th homer of the year a moment ago. There are no cheap swings against this lineup. You see Mathis's latest.
Yeah, and this was a drop ball middle that Mathis just did not miss. Absolutely drilled at the straight center field. And so if I'm Brewer here, doesn't get any easier behind her, but I'm going to try to pick and choose where I go with that drop ball.
And it squirts away. So that tying run's now at second.
And that right there can also be a result of that pressure of trying to make the perfect pitch, trying to work around the zone of KK Mathis with a drop ball pitcher. You spin it too hard, it gets in the dirt, gets by Gall, as we see arm side action. And doesn't get the chest down in front of it, kicks off her palm there. And it looks like Coach O'Toole Trejo is gonna have a conversation with her freshman.
The second-year pitching coach. We showed you earlier her All-American numbers at Zona. By the way, Arizona back in the Final Four last night. Big win for the Hoops program and a busy day for the Duke program as well, all across campus. You see Duke, of course, here in a top 25 matchup. That's just the opening slate. Big battle with the Bruins of UCLA. And as a USC alum, I am very pro-Duke in this one today. 3 o'clock on ABC. And then the men, big-time matchup with Coach Hurley and a national championship level UConn program. That is a busy day of Duke sports going on.
It is.
In the next couple hours.
Yeah, it's a good day to be a Duke fan. A lot going on. That buzzer beater against LSU for the women was insane. Should be some fun games tonight.
Back-to-back Elite Eights for Kara Lawson. And that pitch will stay up on Mathis. Thankfully, the scheduling gods have spread it out your day, so you can have some beignets and brunch with us and then finish out the day with some dinner. misses away.
And this is where you got to be careful. You have an open base over at first. Don't let KK Mathis beat you on a pitch over the middle.
Left up, but not deep enough. Stanford gets a big third out. A rare zero from the Blue Devil offense. 7th inning we go with a top 25 series on the line. Game 3 is living and dying by the long ball. Duke set a season record with 5 home runs. Had them lead for a moment, and then River Mailer joined the home run party, her first of the year, and that's why Stanford now up 1 as we enter the 7th inning. Great day to be a pitcher, right?
Oh my goodness, I feel bad for him. Like I said, I've never had that emotion in my life where I felt bad for pitchers, but this year in college softball, this game, it's just the days of a sub-1 ERA, sub-2 ERA are long gone.
Another Sunday in the ACC decided by high-scoring games. Florida State remains unbeaten, but who's in that next tier of teams that's going to roll out here tonight? It starts for Stanford with Taryn Kern at the top of this lineup, taking strike 1. No hits for Kern, but her presence has been all over the scorecard for Stanford. And almost gets a hit there, deep into the Stanford bullpen.
Yeah, this is a super critical at bat for obvious reasons, but this is another pitch where Kern paints the inner half on Kern. Kern, if she has an Achilles heel, which I wouldn't even describe this as one, because she stands so close to the plate, it's just really hard to get your barrel out on pitches on the inner half. So if Kern can establish that, she might have more success.
Works the count even at 2-2. And now Coach Allister asking for an explanation. Game where it's been hard to breathe if you're a pitcher in this one, but 9-8 as we begin the 7th. All of a sudden, a full count.
Yeah, Kern, just so difficult to pitch to. You can't miss over the middle of the plate because she has the ability with power out to the oppo side. If you try to go too far in, she will let those balls hit her. You almost have to paint that black inner half to have success.
Goes right to that spot and it's fouled away.
Yeah, and even if you do paint it, she'll just spoil it. And so just
You
so
see that
good.
look from Taryn Kern. She just missed it. Kern hit a perfect spot. You look at the slugging percentage. Such a dangerous leadoff threat. And yet today it's been 2 walks and a hit by pitch. That's how she's gotten the job done. Two totally different ways to skin this cat in game 3, but it's Stanford up 1. And Kern with the walk. Incredibly, she's now 2nd in career walks at Stanford. That walk just put her over the edge, 123 in her career.
And started her career at Indiana. Can you imagine, I mean, if she'd replicated the year at Indiana at Stanford, that record would be hers, and it would be a pretty wide margin.
Broke a 15-year mark from Rosie Neal back in 2010. So now she's among the best in the walking history of Stanford. Here's a bunt. Well played defensively, one away. A rare mishap from Emily Jones.
Yeah, it's a big out for Duke. We know Kern has elite movement up in the zone, and this is one Jones just immediately off the bat as a batter when you're trying to put a bunt down, you know it. You need some insurance to get this Duke team. But great base running by Kern not to get picked off there.
Another 2-hit day for Chan in the middle of this lineup. And this is where Stanford has made Duke pay. 3, 4, 5 have all had good at-bats. Curto re-entered in the 6th, now tries to close out the 7th. Oppo ball, carrying deep, and it's gone! Kara Chan getting the Stanford power here in the 7th. Anything you can do, I can do it better as the home runs continue.
Kira Chan very well could have been an All-American a year ago, but flew under the radar in college softball. I don't think she can fly under the radar anymore. I mean, what a day for Chan, the senior. Caps it off with a bomb out to left, has had so much power to that oppo side. Doesn't miss that one. Brooklyn Thomas tracking back towards the wall. I'd like to see, I mean, if you have a chance there, it's by getting to the wall quickly and jumping to try to rob one, but don't know if she would have had a chance against Chan there, and that's just another huge at-bat by this Cardinal offense.
No one happier than the Chan family, who made the trip out today, this weekend, to see Kira. Big-time home run. So here's Stanford going 2 home runs late, and then Jennings almost robs a base hit. Barry hustling. It's a double, and here come the Stanford bats these last 2 innings.
Just relentless, and they do all the little things right. I mean, here's an example of Jay Barry where you can, as a hitter, start jogging thinking maybe Deanna Jennings is going to catch it, but instead Barry thinking 2 all the way. And if there's any hesitation there, this is a much closer play, but instead Barry takes advantage of the extra 60 feet and keeps the offense going for this Cardinal team.
River Mailer, who just homered and did the airplane celebration. She's flying sky high after her first big bomb of the year. Think about this top 5 in the Stanford lineup. All returning starters, all big-time hitters. And now Marissa Young going to have another conversation with Cassidy Curd.
Gosh, and when you zoom out of this game and you see all the different ways that Stanford has scored, talk about the free passes, it's now the home runs, but you also have to zoom out and look at the defensive mistakes on both sides and the margin of error being so small that if you give these teams and these offenses opportunities to score more, they will. I mean, that first inning with Amina Vega dropping that ball, what does the score look like now if that doesn't happen? Game of inches as Cardinal folks are feeling good here on Sunday.
With ranked Virginia looming, this is a big-time series finale here. Stanford will finally return home and not leave the state of North Carolina the entire month of April. Their next road trip will be to the tournament in early May up in Charlottesville. River Mailer gets a piece and fights it off. So Stanford doing this spring break road trip. They don't leave California for the next month. This is just the way Coach Allister drew it up. Brand new ballpark, Stanford Stadium just open. Heavy RPI schedule, now a chance for a ranked series win. It's 2-2. Coach Alistair noted our State of the Union is ever evolving. We might see the best version of this Cardinal offense today. That ball finds the bat of Mailer. A lot of messages of slowing down in the game where the offense just continues to fire away.
Yeah, I think it's about slowing down the moment, seeing it for what it is, pitch by pitch, moment by moment.
Because when it's working well, it's a heavy pitch count day for Duke. Stanford has grinded out these at-bats. The Blue Devils are on their way to throwing 140 pitches in this game. Nothing has come easy. 7 walks mixed in. And add another walk to that total. Mailer's on with 1 out. Another change for the Cardinal coming. Also, the fact umpires use ballpoint pens in softball blows my mind. I feel like pencil's the way to go.
You got to.
Now, I personally like the Bic 4-point pen with the 4 different colors, but it looks like Amaris Addison's got his own taste.
Yeah, I'm a big, it's a Uniball Vision Elite. I like the colored pens that they have for my scorebook.
Now let's see who's actually coming in for Stanford. Regardless of the pen being used. Mercy Young goes with the red pen. No time like the present to come off the bench for the Torrance, California native, Izzy Kakaktian, true freshman. Started the year at catcher with the Ava Gall thumb injury. And Izzy, who was just warming up the pitchers in the bullpen, had to sprint in, change out of her gear, and come in to pitch in.
How about it?
This could be fun.
Welcome to the ball game.
Same hometown as yours truly. So the true freshman catcher comes in a interesting spot, right? Gets an at-bat late in the series, but now trying to close this one out for Addison Shepard. Nothing calms the nerves like sprinting in from the bullpen, grabbing the bat, and facing a pitcher in Kurt who can touch 69 with ease.
Yeah, welcome. And was a little late there, but got some barrel, and that's a really good sign against a pitcher who has some elite movement up in the zone.
Make it 2-1, a very patient Stanford attack today. Kurt now has 5 walks in her inning and 2/3 combined. And we saw a formula of that in yesterday's game where Stanford had some big home runs, but they worked a lot of counts. Kakaktian steps up and delivers. Another knock for Stanford, and that run comes in. Everyone's safe on the double.
And how about the freshman, Kakaktian? That is remarkable. Comes in from the bullpen, ready to go, pitch up and in, gets the barrel out, does a job, double out in the left field gap. And another defensive miscue for Duke. Nobody covering third on this play. Tyrena Jones goes to play the play at home. There is no play there with the speed that they have. And so not an opportunity missed out to get that runner going to third as we see another change for Duke.
So a 12 spot for Stanford. And Ava Bradshaw, all 4 of the pitchers who throw major innings for the Blue Devils now have thrown today. Just 35 innings for Ava, and trying to slow down an offense that's starting to find its rhythm here today, Rain.
Yeah, a difficult task to do. I mean, this offense from pitch 1 through pitch 140 plus has been locked in, has had a plan, has had great plate discipline, has shown flashes of power. And it doesn't matter if it's a freshman who comes out of the bullpen or if it's your All-American leadoff hitter. They have been really, really good today.
The Duke pitching staff, it's pretty good as well. They're no slouch, but Stanford's had their way the last couple of days. So the freshman Bradshaw will now face a hitter who needs no better introduction than the freshman All-American a year ago, Joey Economides. A lot of young faces in this series. Something to be said, though, about the eye discipline, the approach, the way Jessica Allister's lineup has worked all four of these Duke pitchers.
Yeah, it's clear that they prepared. They know the plan per pitcher that they're seeing, and so these really quick switches, they haven't had to like go back to the drawing board and talk through what each pitcher has. They know they go in with the plan, and it's clear that they're executing that plan incredibly well.
3 home runs this week for Joey. Another patient take. Well, this may give Stanford the confidence to keep Brewer out there to close out the bottom of the 7th. That was kind of in limbo before the top half. Now a walk loads the bases.
Actually going to call a strike on the check swing there. Great job by Kyrie Rodriguez to ask that question. I thought off the naked eye that Joey Economides also went there. So 3-1 the count.
And this pop-up could now end the inning. There's the second out. Run comes to the plate, and another run in for the Cardinal. So the speed of this top half of the lineup paying dividends in a 4-run inning.
And again, Joey Economides does her job, gets a ball deep out of right field, and gets some insurance. And it looks like head coach Marissa Young might
challenging if the runner left early. Good catch. You have 2 to work with.
The previous play is under video review.
So Amaris Addison's going to take a look, as we'll take a look.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Young here, I mean, you got 2 challenges, haven't used one. Why not use it in this situation? See if you can steal an out away and get out of this inning. As we take a look here, this is a fly ball. Layla Lamar camps underneath. I'd like to see her get through this ball a little bit more. Kind of catches it. Is it moving and then moves to make the throw home? The goal as outfielder is to make that throw as you're moving through the softball.
Yeah, based on that angle, it'd be hard to overturn what we just saw.
Yeah.
You understand as well, Duke trying to steal an out maybe and keep this.
You got challenges. You don't want to end the game with 2 challenges on a play that potentially could go your way. And a new rule this year, if you win, you're successful in a challenge, you get to keep your challenge.
And the dance party is breaking out in the Stanford dugout. I can only imagine what spring break on a Stanford campus is like. I know they went to the movies on Wednesday. That was part of the fun.
Yeah, we're talking to some of their staff members as it looks like we may get a call here in a moment.
Upon further review. Okay, call stands, and it remains 13-8 in favor of Stanford. Coach Allister joked she's got too much prep to do to go to the movies, so she stayed in the hotel. But her team had some fun. Of course, the birthday for Prostyko earlier, they had some nothing bunt cakes.
Oh, love those.
Good way to celebrate a spring break trip before flying back tonight, straight back to San Fran and getting to class in Palo Alto tomorrow. Now a wild pitch will add to the lead as Izzy comes in to score. And this game's starting to break open here in the 7th.
Yeah, Rodriguez tries to pick it. That's a play you gotta get the chest protector down, turn the glove over, and block that up with the chest protector. Just another play that if you're Duke, you gotta circle and.
Well, the hits just keep on coming. Ava Gall with her first hit. 14 knocks now for the Cardinal. Yesterday was a sneak peek of this offense, but today's been a whole proliferation of it.
Checking in the batter's box for Stanford, 44, Zoe Mustanko.
Awkward bounce, and Jones couldn't secure it. So everybody's on here as Mustanko reaches base.
Yeah, floodgates starting to open for this Duke defense. This one just took a nasty hop, but this is where you got to charge these plays, especially late in the afternoon here in Duke softball, or excuse me, Smith Family Stadium. Ground gets harder, the hops become way less predictable. I don't know of how much she'd have to charge to get the short hop there, but another play that just puts salt in the wound of this inning so far for this Duke team.
Ava Bradshaw back to work. It's been hard to get out of this inning as Kern fouls one off. The Blue Devils will welcome Campbell in town Tuesday, who's about to sweep Elon and move to 20-14. Always a dangerous club. And Stanford will host the Cardinal Classic 2. That's what it's called. There's Cardinal Classic 1 start of the year, Cardinal Classic 2 at the end of the year, with Washington and St. Mary's in town. And then Florida State. We buried the lead there the next week in Palo Alto. It's been 3 big innings. A 4-run first, a 4-run fourth, and a 5-run seventh. There were just no easy outs against the Stanford attack.
No, definitely not. Especially Taryn Kern. I mean, you gotta work around the strike zone, but she's automatic. She's like the human ABS system. She knows the balls and strikes better than anybody.
Yeah, this whole Stanford lineup really putting their patience to the test. Cardinal staff's only walked 2. Duke has issued 8 free passes today. That's uncharacteristic of this Marissa Young program. Gets Kern though on 3-2. And now we go to the bottom of the 7th. This Stanford lineup, it took a minute, but the home run bats have come to play.
It was a close game coming into this inning, but Kira Chan blew it open. Cardinal leading 14-8.
celebration. 1 foot in front of the other, son. You're almost there. This offense for the Cardinals come to play. He's having a blast because his Stanford program's up 14-8. And Rain, your dog's in the building today.
That's my dog. That's my dog. I don't know what she's chewing on, but my fiance is not really paying attention to it. So hopefully it's nothing bad.
Well, maybe she's getting one of those home run balls that's been hit today.
Maybe.
5 for Duke, 2 more for Stanford. And Tyrena Jones in the bottom half of his Cardinal lineup will face Anna Brewer, who last Sunday pitched 3 different times, had to play right field for the first time in her life. A little easier 7th inning, at least Coach Allister hopes. Although that game was 15-8 and then got tight, so you never know. A 6-run game to begin this half inning. Well, Tyrena Jones has other plans. That's gone. Hang on a second. Buckle up in the 7th. I found a souvenir for your puppy out there, Rain.
Yeah. She didn't even flinch. She already has like 7 or 8 softballs from earlier this game. But Tyrena Jones, that's start what you want if you're Duke. Get a pitch out of the middle, put a good swing on it, and tack away at this lead. Emily Jones, who took one off of one of the steel poles out there to the eye, turns the head, knows it's gone. Duke chips away at the lead, only down 5 now. And I only say only because it feels like one of those games that a 10 spot in an inning feels realistic.
And Layla Lamar, who's crushed everything, right? Her big 2 home run day.
Yeah, I mean, talk about an athlete who's been hot so far today and so far this series. 2 bombs. Oh,
she just got hit on the helmet. Well, if you're Duke, you get a runner on, you put some pressure on Brewer. And now Pristiko's got to start warming up again, which was probably not in the Stanford plans.
Yeah, look at this one. Probably won't hit a home run this at bat. That one gets away from Brewer. Layla Lamar will take first base. And if you're Duke, that's what you want. I mean, you need base runners. There's no 5-run swing as we see Gabby Shattuck come up to the pinch hit.
So Shattuck looks to chip into this 5-run game. 2 explosive offenses, and outs are hard to come by in this game 3. Just a 2 at-bats so far, and now Coach Allister ready to make the change. So as we sort of expected, 7th innings on Sundays are never easy. And with Stanford about to fly home coast to coast, the ace re-enters.
Yeah, what a job by this entire staff to just plug in where they need to, as we see Zoe Pristeko come back into this game. And for Coach Allister now, Brewer has done her job. She's given length over the last few innings, and now Pristeko needs to just attack the zone, let the defense play behind her, and collect outs. And already pitched today. We saw with Cassidy Curd, pitched early, came back. Same thing with Pristeko, 1 2/3, 2 hits, 2 earned runs, no walks. That's the key. Fill up the zone, don't allow the free passes. That's how you limit the big inning.
Kraus 1 inning and 2/3. Brewer bridged the gap, and now it's up to Pristeko to get the next 3 outs. And yet, given the way Duke swung the bats from the power department, 6 home runs and counting, even a 5-run lead doesn't feel totally safe yet if you're Jess Allister. That's what makes this ranked-on-ranked matchup fun. Economina's just double subs out with the pitching change, and Kern will come in to play first. New right fielder as well, and that's where those ballpoint pens get tricky here with scorecards.
That's right.
You see even the umpire going, okay, if I double check this and you just sub back in as the DP, but now you're hitting in this spot. Our scorecard's a mess, but Jamie Black, our graphics operator today, she's got it under control, so she'll feed us some nuggets and keep us entertained. And now Marissa Young's getting the details to update her scorecard, because Kira Chan has just moved back to right field. And then Jordan King is now in left. Funny thing is, it's not confusing to the players, but it's confusing to everybody else.
That's right.
Who's following along. Great song choice to kind of compliment the...
I think we're going to get a full song here.
Feels like a 2-minute break just to figure out the lineup card. And then Marissa Young comes back for one more question. Hey, I'm subbing in Shattuck as well, with a special pitch runner coming in too.
Looks like Aaliyah Terrell will come in. And that does burn Layla Lamar. So if this game gets to extras, we will not see her back.
A race to get the final 3 outs. Very reminiscent of last Sunday's game for Stanford when they started the road trip in North Carolina and Chapel Hill, and now in Durham. Things get a little dicey here in the 7th. Good pitch hitting numbers for Gabriella this year. But just 0 for 2 in this Young series. Back pick. Is Stanford challenging this?
Another back pick here, Aaliyah Terrell. That's tight there, and I think Coach Allister is asking the question because if it's close, that's a play you might want to review. Yep, she's going to signal to review this one.
The previous play is under video review.
The challenge based on these angles is figuring out where the hand of Terrell is.
Yeah, or even when Taryn Kern was able to get the tag down. Either way, we have more time for some songs, which is great. The DJ has been awesome. As we take a look here, Kern comes back, and Terrell's left hand's down, then the tag.
Now, I understand Kern thinking, hey, I got her right hand before it hits the base, but that left hand, based on that angle, seems to be in.
Right. Well, and I think it's one of those moments where you can see Coach Allister asking Taryn Kern, hey, what'd you think? It's hard to know in the moment whether or not you got the tag, where her hand was, but it's close enough of a play when you've got 2 challenges, you need outs, it's deep into the ball game that it's like, why not go take a look? Left hand, ooh, on there, yeah.
I like the posters making the trip.
Yeah.
On a blistery, windy day where there's been a couple of challenges, plenty of home runs. Trying to keep this young man entertained as we tick towards 3 hours. I guess the hill will help.
Yeah, I sat out there yesterday, and you have to be really mindful of your ankle mobility if you're going to sit on that berm, because it's very natural to slide, as we see.
Now they're just going full head first. Oh, yeah. See, the parents are taking the more mature approach. Hey, we're just going to sit crisscross applesauce. We're going to enjoy this. Here comes our ruling. So Stanford down to a challenge remaining. Although Amaris hustled so quick out of the replay room, he forgot his mask.
We did that the last time. I think it was a strategic choice. I think it's get out there quicker, forget the mask, focus on my safe call, you know.
And then Taryn Scott can say, "Here you go."
Yep. Very strategic.
Everyone needs a buddy in life to keep them in their best mood. Nonetheless, it's 3-0 now on the Duke pitch hitter. Shattuck taking all the way. And another walk makes things interesting. Well, if you had Sunday afternoon plans, hold on a second, because Duke is putting more pressure. And Kyrie Rodriguez will bat with a special runner coming in. That's London Collins, the freshman out of Texas. Although the way Duke's swinging the bats, these runners may be going around the bases if it leads the yard. A leadoff homer for Tyrena Jones, their 6th of the game. A homer here and you start holding your breath if you're the Stanford staff.
That's right.
A 1-for-3 day for Kyrie. A game of who can throw more strikes and who can get outs. Nothing easy here in game 3. As Florida State searching to sweep Clemson tonight. Another ranked matchup here. Moves it to 2-1. Rodriguez on the ground. Was there a tag? Then the throw gets away and a run comes in. So it's 14-10. The question was, did Barry apply a tag?
Ground ball left side. Jade Berry here goes with it. And let's see. Ooh, that's tight. I don't know.
And then the throw's late, combined with the error. Oh man, this 7th inning's getting bonkers.
Well, and Darren Scott, the third base umpire, doesn't look like he gave an indication whether it was an out or a safe call. And this is a play that I'm surprised they're not looking at, depending on how Jay Berry reacted.
That would be Stanford's final challenge. Brooklyn Thomas, first pitch hacking. And let's verify that tag at third. This is the question.
Yeah, so Jay Berry gets it, sees Leah Terrell coming at her. And even if it is just by the smallest amount, if there's contact there.
Thomas bunting 0-1. The Sunday scaries for the Stanford staff on game 3s. 15-12 at Carolina last Sunday night. And a strikeout there. So first out of the inning. But here's where the big boppers come up. Jennings and Vega back to back.
Prestaico does what she does best, and that's climb the ladder after getting ahead. Gets ahead early. Brooklyn Thomas tries to put a ball in play, and then 0-2 has to battle. Prestaico expands the zone. Gets the first out of the inning.
Jennings base hit. Duke goes 90 feet at a time, but now a grand slam could tie it. No, in this game, we're in for something special down the stretch.
I mean, is anyone here surprised at the impact of Deanna Jennings late in the game, coming into this inning, down by what feels like a lot, and just putting together good at-bat after good at-bat? And that's what it takes.
44 career homers for Amina Vega. Already hit one in the second inning. Now hits with the game on the line here in the 7th. And Vega on roads, tie game.
Amina Vega, one of the best to ever wear a Duke softball jersey, and you can see why here. Down by 6 in the bottom of the 7th. And look at the emotion from this Duke team. The unthinkable.
The never say die Blue Devils needed every one of those home runs today.
Oh my gosh.
Might as well add a 26 next to that.
And they're not even out of it. I mean, now you got to deal with Jess Oakland. I mean, this game has just been remarkable.
7 home runs for Duke.
It's just crazy.
And it's still tied in the 7th. Oh, Prostajko wasn't ready for play, or somebody wasn't ready for play. Inadvertent, they'll reset. Amaris Addison explaining he didn't signal ready for play, and that's where everyone got a bit confused.
Yeah, Duke fighting for an illegal pitch there, time clock violation on a ball in the batter, but does not look like that will be the outcome.
Suddenly, this Durham crowd comes right back to their feet. And there's strike one to the home run hero from Friday's game that helped Duke win the opener. The Stanford Bats slugging it in game 2 and had a 6-run lead here in the 7th. Prostajko had only given up 6 home runs all year. And she's in danger of surrendering the lead. Base hit in the left as Oakland gets her first knock.
Gosh, and Jess Oakland, just such a steady Eddie for this team. Gets a pitch out over the middle, times it up, gets a base knock when her team needs it the most. And a great job out and left to get that ball in, prevent the double.
KK Mathis. Just 9 years of this Duke softball program. Maybe one of the wilder 7th innings we've seen in a ranked matchup to take the series. 1-0. And Prostajko can't find the zone now. Jones got it started. The granny from Vega ties this up. And Mathis pop up. Look at the effort of Kern over there.
Yeah, if that had not been there, I think Kern would have made the play.
And then doing some pull-ups for good measure on the jungle gym, known as the dugout. Duke will bring in a pitch runner. Because why not? It's Adela Matthews in to run. We knew Amina Vega was special. She saved her best for one of her final months of the softball campaign.
Now running in first base for the Blue Devils, number 26, Adeline Matthews.
"14 runs, 14 hits for both squads. And ball 3 to Mathis. Up and down for Prostajko in the 7th. And a walk, so the winning run's now at second. Look at Amina Vega in the Duke history books, trailing on a gold in the home run department, but otherwise the queen of Duke softball offensively.
Not bad. And just been so consistent throughout her career. Never can count her out. She's not a player that often goes over. She's not a streaky athlete. She is consistent day in and day out. She's a pro.
Here's Tyrena Jones. Jones to center! Ball game! took all 8 home runs for Duke to win this wild ranked matchup in Game 3.
Down 14-8 coming into the 7th. It began with a Tyrena Jones solo shot. It ends with a Tyrena Jones walk-off bomb. She knew it right away. One of the wildest comeback victories in Duke softball history to take the series over Stanford. What a game.
A 9-run 7th for the Blue Devils. They were not left for dead. They came back to life. With the home runs from Tyrena Jones, this crowd's fired up, and a ranked matchup lived up to it to the last pitch.
Oh my gosh. 8 bombs by 5 players today. We talked about early on, this team is not a home run hitting team. You wouldn't look at the numbers and think that, but today the long ball showed up. The resiliency, the battle back, down 6 runs in the 7th, and here they come. Wow.
Exhale, my friend. Duke moves to 10-2 in the ACC. Stanford, the tough luck loss. They had total control until those final 3 outs. Toughest outs to get in the sport. So if you like power, you came to the right place today. 10 combined home runs. But Tyrena Jones, the hero here in Durham. For Rain Wilson, Evan Budrovich, Duke wins a thriller to tank the ranked series. This is a presentation of ESPN.